in my last class, we have already started discussing about one type of operating system. Can you tell me which one? We have already started the discussion.
Batch operating system.
Batch operating system. Very good. What are the advantages and disadvantages of batch operating system? Rule number 20. Shoham Shoham. Unmute yourself and tell me. What are the advantages and disadvantages of batch operating system? Rule number 20. Soham Soham.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, multiple users can share the batch systems in the advantage of batch operating system.
Anything else?
And the ideal time for the batch system is very less.
Idle time is less. How? Can you justify it?
Many one can do a work in only one CPU.
So here idle time, how it is reduced? I couldn't understand. If you are saying that several processors are using the same CPU, it means there is resource sharing. That is not idle time reduction or something. Isn't it?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes. Isn't it? What I asked from, have you listened?
No, ma'am, you are some voices, some other sounds are coming.
Okay, I'm repeating again. I'm saying that you said that idle time is less. But when I asked for explanation, you said that different users can share the same CPU. When different users are sharing the same CPU, that is known as resource allocation, isn't it? Or resource sharing. To be precise, it is called resource sharing, isn't it? So how you are saying that it reduces the idle time? Can you justify it? Okay. Is there anyone else who can justify it, or whether it is actually an advantage or not? Can anyone tell me that? Not getting any answer from anyone. Okay. Roll number 59. Unmute yourself. Roll 59. Mute yourself. Tell me the disadvantages of operating system. Okay. What are the disadvantages of batch operating system? Please switch off your video. Those who are giving answers, I will request them to switch off the video so that I can see their face while you are giving the answer.
Ma'am, it is desktop mode. Can I switch on the video?
I couldn't understand what you are saying. Can you please switch on the video? So that I can see. Yes.
শোনা যাচ্ছে কি?
শোনা যাচ্ছে। Can you please switch on your video?
আমি বললাম যে এটা তো মানে আমি ডেস্কটপ অন করেছি, এখানে তো আর কি ইয়ে করা যায় না, ভিডিও অন করা যায় না।
You're from desktop. Okay, fine. I will wait. Log out from here. Wait. You log out from here and join through your smartphone. So since you are not going to share your screen, so I will request you to log out from desktop and you can join from
ঠিক আছে।
I will wait for you till other answers. Okay, leave the meeting from desktop and you can join through your. Okay, who else? Roll 39, Shayan Chaudhary. Roll 39, Shayan Chaudhary, unmute yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, can you please tell me the disadvantages of batch
Yes, ma'am.
operation?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Go ahead, tell me.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, be a little bit faster.
Ma'am, disadvantage of batch OS is it has more turnaround time.
What is turnaround time? I don't think I have introduced the concept of turnaround. There's a lot of disturbance at your end, Shayan. Please go to some quiet place where there is no disturbance. I'm saying that turnaround time, I have not discussed this point. Isn't discussed this term. Others,
Yes, ma'am.
please.
Turnaround.
Yes.
Ma'am, turnaround time means the total amount of time when the time spent when the process is coming.
Can you repeat again once?
Turnaround time is the amount of the time spent by the process from coming in the ready state.
Coming in the ready state. What is ready state?
Where the process are ma'am, don't know.
Shayan, I request you that or at the end of the class, all of you should study what is being said or what is being explained. Whenever you are explaining your answer, either say that you are copied from somewhere, you are reading from some site, that is fine. You can definitely make a reading from site and tell me the definition, but at least you should understand it. You should understand the meaning of whatever is written, and if a question is asked, you should be able to clarify it. Unless and until you are in a position of justification, please don't answer or don't read it blindly. That will not help you. When I have not explained turnaround time, you should not take this term. Isn't it?
Okay,
Yes,
ma'am.
yes, Prantik Chandra. He is joining. Let him. And Prantik, have you joined?
Yes,
Prantik?
ma'am.
Yes, please switch on your video.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, please answer.
Disadvantages of
Prantik,
batch system
switch
is
on. Wait.
yes, ma'am.
Wait, switch on your video and answer it. Please switch it on while you give the answer. Yes. You can read it from some website, since I know that you have not remembered it, but at least you should understand the definition, the disadvantage, the advantage, and able to explain it. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Very costly. It is. It's very costly.
This is the advantage or disadvantage? Disadvantage, no? Yes, please tell me the disadvantages of batch operating system. You said it is costly. What about others?
একটাই মনে আছে ম্যাম, আমি একটাই বলবো।
একটাই মনে আছে? Why it is costly? Why it is costly? Why you are saying that it is costly? The reason behind it? I'm waiting for an answer. Not getting any answer from anyone. Okay. So I will request everyone to please study properly at class. Now let me explain another type of operating system, that is time sharing operating system. Let me share my screen and I will explain. I hope everyone is able to view my screen. If there is any confusion while I am explaining, please raise your hand so that I can unmute the student and he will be in a position to ask question. Wait, let me write time sharing operating system. Now we say that multi-programmed batch system provided an environment where various system resources were used effectively, but it did not provide for user interaction with computer system. So time sharing is we can say that time sharing is a logical extension of multi-programming. Okay. Multi-programming means where more than one programs are executed in similar environment. But it didn't provide for user interaction with computer system. Time sharing is the CPU performs many tasks. The flavor of time sharing is that the CPU performs various tasks by switches, and switching is so frequent that the user can interact with each program while it is running. A time shared operating system allows multiple users to share computers simultaneously. These are the features of time sharing operating system, that a time shared operating system allows in stuff. Wait. So a time sharing operating system allows multiple users to share computers simultaneously. Okay. Each action or order at a time, that shared system becomes smaller. So only a little CPU time is required for each user. As the system rapidly switches from one user to another, each user is given the impression that the entire computer system is dedicated to its use, although it is being shared among multiple users. If Up to this, if there is any confusion, you can ask questions. Else I will continue. That means we can say that time, a time slice or time quantum is allocated to each and every process. And that means time slice or time quantum is allocated to each and every process, or for each and every process by CPU, so that the process can execute successfully. Now let me draw the diagram of the time sharing operating system. Here I will represent these small boxes, represents different users which are connected through CPU, or the CPU takes control of these processes. This is user 1. Similarly, since we are talking about multiple processors, so there are, so there are this is user 2. Here, sorry, let me draw the diagram. User 3, and here user 4. So these are multiple users, multiple processes. So this is the diagram of time sharing operating system. Here, let me write, the users are in different states. What are the different states? One of the students is trying to explain, although I have still not explained the states. What are different states? This is ready state. Then I will draw another state. What is another state? Another state is active state. These are the states. Now the question arises, what are these states? Since we have not explained or we don't know anything about these states of the process. So let us look at these states one by one. First one is active state. Now, which one is active state? Let me write. I'm here writing again. Active state. Does anyone have any idea about active state? If anyone have any idea, they can tell. Anyone who knows anything about active state? Okay, so let me explain. The active state, it can be referred as the user's program is under the control of CPU. The user's program is under the control of CPU. The important thing is that only one program is available in this state. That means in any time sharing operating system, at any particular instant, there will be only one process that will remain in active state. Which one is the next state? Next state is a ready state. One of your classmates have said a ready state at the advantages or disadvantages or the definition something, but it was totally incorrect. Wait. Ready state. What is ready state? The user program is ready to execute, but it is waiting for its turn to get the CPU. This means I'm writing here, the user program is ready for execution. Here the user program is ready for execution, but it is yet not given the CPU or not allocated the CPU. So these are the two states, and there is one more state. One more state is waiting state. What is waiting state? The user's program is waiting for some input or output operation. More than one user can be in a waiting state at a time. Okay, so these are mainly the three types of states. Wait, let me share the attendance sheet and I will take your attendance. Wait. Let me share. Since I up to this, is there any confusion? Is there anyone? Is there any questions? Anyone want to ask? I'm not getting any answer from anyone. Come on, interact. No one is okay. One student has read. Yes or Godeep? Wait, let me do this. Yes. Now all of you will be able to unmute yourself. Or Godeep, tell me.
Ma'am, can you explain the time quantum diagram?
Time quantum, it is not time quantum diagram. It is operating system, time sharing operating system diagram. It is that diagram represents only the concept of time sharing, and it is based on the concept of time slice. That is not explained in the diagram. That is the flavor of, or that is the special feature of time sharing operating system. That is the feature of time sharing operating system. Is it okay now?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. I'm sharing that attendance sheet.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, what is waiting state? Can you explain it?
Waiting state means, suppose, consider an example. Consider an example that there is two processes. One is P1 and another is P2. Now the CPU switches between these two processes, P1 and process P1 and process P2. How it switches? It allocates a time slice for each and every process. Suppose the time slice is 3 milliseconds for each process. That means CPU allocates 3 milliseconds for process P1 and then again 3 milliseconds to process P2, then again 3 milliseconds to process P1 and so on. So when suppose at any given time, when CPU is executing process P2 for 3 seconds and P1 is waiting for execution for the 3 seconds to get over so that it gets executed by the CPU, that state is called waiting state. Is it okay?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, can you repeat from there? P1 for 3 seconds and P2 is?
P1
Hello.
is equal to, are you not able to listen?
No, ma'am.
P2,
Network problem.
that is your particular problem because I don't think anyone else is facing the problem. So there are two processes P1 and process P2. Now suppose it switches between P1 and P2. The CPU switches between P1 and P2. When the CPU is executing process P2, we say that process P1 is in waiting state. And when the process P1 is being executed by CPU for 3 minutes or 3 seconds, we say that process P2 is in waiting state. That is the concept of waiting state. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Now attendance, if we get disconnected, we will rejoin. Wait. Everyone respond quickly so that I can take the attendance. Those who will not be able to give here will rejoin with the same way. Roll number 1,
Yes, ma'am.
2, 3, 4,
Present, ma'am.
5,
Present, ma'am.
6, 7, 8,
Present, ma'am.
9,
Yes, ma'am.
10, 11,
Yes, ma'am.
12, 12, 13,
Yes, ma'am.
15, 16,
Present, ma'am.
17,
Present, ma'am.
18, 19, 20,
Present, ma'am.
21, 22, 23, 24, 25,
Yes, ma'am.
26,
Yes, ma'am.
27,
Present, ma'am.
28, 29, 30, 31, 30 absent, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36,
Present, ma'am.
36 present, 37,
Yes, ma'am.
38, 39,
Yes, ma'am.
40, 41, 42, 43,
Yes, ma'am.
44,
Yes, ma'am.
45, 46,
Present, ma'am.
47, 48, 49,
Present, ma'am.
51,
Yes, ma'am.
52, 53, 54,
Yes, ma'am.
55, 56, 57, 58, 59,
Present, ma'am.
60. So I've taken the attendance. That's all for today. See you tomorrow. By that time, all of you will study this so that we can discuss it in next class. Okay?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes?
Ma'am, can you please provide us the document which you have taught us today?
Yes,
Ma'am,
definitely.
what document?
Okay, I will give.
Okay,
I
ma'am.
will give.